Hi, 84 subscribers. In this video, let's talk about how to make your first $10,000 using AI. Um, it's a very complex topic, as you probably know. And I don't think that you'll be able to, actually make your first 10K with AI. These are just some fancy words, and gurus are saying that you can. But AI is just a tool. It's not gonna help you, to choose this milestone. And of course, 10K is somewhat of a round number that you can target to. For myself, I was always targeting basically $1,000 as a just bare minimum to live in my country. I was like not living here for a while, in Belarus. But then, 10K is another milestone, and you can basically live anywhere you would want, probably not in like very expensive places like Dubai or maybe San Diego in the US. But in general terms, 10K is enough to live really good life. Of course, we're not talking about like investing and re- returning money into your business. So then, $100,000. This is what you can. Like we're talking like monthly income, right? And $100,000 is the amount that you can consider yourself wealthy. This is what I think. And then $1 million a month. This is the amount when you can consider yourself as like top, 0.01% in your niche, not in like maybe in general terms, obviously, in looking at the whole world and whole world of business. But even if in your niche, it's basically 0.001%. I'll be honest, like I did not achieve like 100K a month just yet, and I don't really think that I will uh, anytime soon. But I want to give you my point of view on what's the best way to get, at least to 10K per month, in the shortest time frame possible. Of course, 1K is like very standard. It's either if you're, working at a regular job. I would I was never working like in office. When I quit playing hockey, I I already like gave this story. I think I had some money saved up. It was $7,000. I invested it into the Amazon FBA. Since I broke my collarbone, as you can see here, I had a surgery, and then I at that time like I had a lot of free time. I was still playing hockey, and I thought when I was recovering, I thought, okay, so what are the things that I can do, how I can earn money? And I was like getting into the world of business and entrepreneurship, and at that time, Amazon FBA was very popular. So I was completing all the courses possible. I actually have never bought a paid course in my life. I think I did, but it was for my hobby, just the 3D design. I've never actually bought. No, I'm lying. There's a guy, his name is Stephen James, and like this is just a very very standard info businessman. So he was like just selling success and just some like goal setting mindset. But I really love this guy, and still to this day I sometimes go to his channel. I think he like channel called like Project Life Mastery, and of course he's saying very basic things, but I like something triggered me when I was watching his videos, and I learned a lot because I like knew basically zero. Um and I was kind of an entrepreneur, when I was young. Even playing hockey, I was reselling like shorts, and when I was in Belarus, basically when I was traveling to the US to different tournaments, so I was like buying like Under Armour t-shirts and reselling it in my country, to to my teammates. Anyway, so it's the long story, but I was, I think I bought like maybe a yearly access to his mastermind or something like that, and I completed a few months, and then I didn't even cancel. And I think he did not even charge me for the like after that. Maybe he quit. I'm not sure, but he still posts sometimes on his YouTube. So I think it's very very basic. It's nothing too helpful for people who watch YouTube for like a few hours a day on entrepreneurship. But still, like this is just my experience in buying different courses. I was like consuming the free information, and I invested money in Amazon FBA. I lost it all in basically 6 months because I bought the products, I was running ads, they were unprofitable, so I spent a lot of on graphics. So again, there are a lot of things. But what I'm trying to tell is that obviously, the first 1,000 is kind of easy. The first 1,000 that I made was on just it was not like a job. So I was working on a guy who was like actual successful seller on Amazon, and I was like doing different like listings and SEO, sometimes ads, sometimes like a project manager basically. So I was earning like $300-400 at that time working online, obviously. And then I was, since he was like kind of growing, but I didn't have like a lot of tasks, I started to get like more, not clients. So I was just, getting more job. And these guys were, of course, thinking that I'm just working for them. Anyways, and I think I got to a point like 1,000 or like $1,500 per month. And I think this is the shortest term, the shortest path to like this amount. It's either you do some sort of freelance job, doesn't matter what. I don't have huge experience in freelance outside of Amazon and e-commerce, and obviously what I do currently as an agency owner. But I think there are a lot of different ways. And then the 10K is very, very tricky. And I do think that going from 1 to 10 is harder than going to from 10 to 100. Yeah, I mentioned that I'm not gonna go to 100 anytime soon, but this is because you know just because of the circumstances and how long it took me to the 10K per month. So I think I earned 10K by basically, and this is the whole point of this video. The most important thing I think in like going and achieving some sort of a success in terms of in money, because of course success can be measured in a lot of different things, and money is not the most important thing in your life. Uh, Basically, I think success is measured in happiness. But of course, we're talking purely about money. So to achieve this goal, I think what you need is time and timing. So time is very important because it's very very important. I'm saying important several times already, but when I started an Amazon agency, at after I was working at different jobs, and this is like how I earned most of my capital and then lost in crypto primarily. I'll give this story later on, probably when I get. So my plan is to get like 500 subscribers or maybe 1,000, and then I'll go like and record a few hours of talk just purely explaining how the fuck I earned, like not earned, how I lost $500,000 in year and a half. Real story, guys. I can show you all the fucking proofs, all the statements, all the screenshots live. Not the screenshots, like the bank accounts. Most of them are already blocked, but still, I think I'll be able to find like proof if you need it. Anyways, but we're not talking about this. So what I'm saying is that yeah, I earned like $500,000 in a very short amount of time, and that was not because like I was some sort of smart guy. I do consider myself very, very smart, but it was not because of that. It was because the time was right for this specific service. So what I was essentially doing is I was launching. We are, as an agency, we were launching products on Amazon. So, and these are some fancy words, but in simple, very, very simple terms, we were buying reviews for like our clients' products. So we had a system how to get a lot of reviews on Amazon products. Spoiler alert: 70 to 80% reviews on Amazon are fake. Not for all their products, but for most of them. I think it's not something new to you. And I was one of them who actually destroyed this market. At some point of time, we were, I think, no, I'm saying this since I don't have like enough information. I was on a few conferences, and if you look at my photo, I think in LinkedIn, you can see myself speaking to the audience, and this was like the conference in Europe. But so I kind of was in the in the system and in the ecosystem. So I was in the network of people and sellers. And if we are talking about Russian like speaking community, I think we were one of the biggest agencies in terms of how many reviews we were gaining to products at monthly, and how many products we were launching monthly. Of course, these were not these products were not our products. These were like uh, there are customers that come to us and say, "Hey, Eugene, we want launch this, C like C vitamin, vitamin C, C vitamin. What is this? Or like a toy or a toothpaste, doesn't matter. And we need obviously 300 reviews, and we need some, like ad strategy for the first few months. And this is what we were doing. If you want, I can go and explain the process and the technical things. So what I was saying is that the time was right, because almost like the sellers were seeking for the service, because Amazon was like changing their algorithms, and they like constantly do that all the time, like till this day. But at this specific point, it was very, very hard to launch new products if you don't have any reviews. Right now, they kind of have different programs. They have even Vine is the like official program to get like first reviews on your product. At that time, there were no Vine, so you kind of like there's no way to actually, and like yeah, you can ask your friends and family to post like 3 reviews. They'll probably get deleted and their accounts will be blocked, since Amazon in terms of like fake reviews recognition, Amazon has like one of the best systems in general in the whole world. And yeah, guys, and you can tell me, yeah, Eugene, but you just said that like half of the reviews, at least on Amazon, are fake. Yeah, because if you knew what we did to actually like what was our infrastructure, you say wow. So yeah, it was kind of a mess. My point is that the sellers at that time were seeking for the service, and I was lucky enough. That's why I'm saying it's not because I'm smart. Um, the guy who I was working with, he like at some point, like I can't like remember exactly how it happened, but he said something like, "Hey Eugene, there is a thing called getting reviews using chatbots on Amazon." Yeah, chatbots. But at that point, like at that time, there were no AI. There was an AI, obviously, but it was not commonly used. Sorry, it was not commonly used. So chatbots were, just pre-made sequences. We were using ManyChat. So I am a pro user in ManyChat, even though I was not using it for a while now. My whole business was in ManyChat. Um, yeah, and he told me, yeah, Eugene, so this is the thing, so maybe you can try and like help me to get some reviews. And I was like working for him and like trying to get reviews for his products. And then he had some partners. These partners come to me. I was like doing the same thing. Then I hired like an assistant to help me, then another one. Then we understood that we can do even more reviews, and and since the community is pretty tight, we were like getting clients here and there all the time. Yeah, it's that simple. So if if you think about it, the time was right, because the niche like the Amazon sellers were ready for it, right? And the timing was right in terms of me actually launching, and like someone telling me that, Eugene, hey, you need to try this. And the problem is that without time and timing, I don't think that huge success can be found. And this is really hard, because usually this is not something that you can control. So, you know, I don't give any advices on this channel. At least I try not to. I mean, like it's the same thing, guys. So if you stuck, let's say I think if this video will go viral, which it probably won't, but if it has like let's say 1,000 views, probably like there are obviously a lot of people, not a lot, like some people who earn a lot of like more money than me. I don't earn like a lot. So like that's why I'm saying it, for me it doesn't matter. I think I have the same kind of challenge if you earn like let's say 2K from like a freelance job or from a regular job or from your business, and want to go to 10K per month. So I can experience the same problems from like going from I'd say my average income. I'm not sure. Like I can't even estimate, since it's not. We don't have like too much retainers currently. I would say it's varying from 10, from like 5 to 20 probably. So like I experienced the same thing that you do. I need to find something, find a product, service, something that I can offer to other customers, either business or individuals, and have great timing in order like to actually get into the niche to start selling this product successfully. Of course, I think like some of you might not agree to me, but like of course it's not the most, like I'm not sure. I think it is the most important factor, but even if you don't have it, you can in theory, you know, with your discipline, if with them certain amount of reps, repetitions, basically trying new different things to get into this goal. Of course, it's possible, but the reality is that most of us won't have not the discipline, but won't have what's the correct word of saying it? Courage or power, or like we will quit eventually. If we have certain amount of failures, we'll eventually quit. And you might say, yeah, Eugene, like you were saying this because you were soft, you pussy, uh something like that. But I do think that it just depends on where what is your personal situation. Of course, you will do everything at your power to actually like live a good life. But in your brain, I think the good life is just covering the basic expenses. And then if we go beyond, if you're gonna spend 10 years of your life just trying different things and none of them will succeed, eventually you're gonna quit. Like some of you won't, maybe, but I'm just speaking about myself. I will, and I already did it a few times, I think. Maybe I'm not, like I'm still obviously trying, right? But eventually we'll uh, this is what I believe, most of us will quit. So that's why we need to have good timing and enough time to actually do what we think is right. So it doesn't matter. Like in this case, AI is very new, and I think that AI is future. Of course, the very basic implementations for AI, as well as some very basic ways to earn money, like building a community, uh, creating a very basic course, or doing some consultancy, are still here, but it's going to be gone like in a year or so. So these guys who actually started to do all this sort of businesses like a year ago, they are already successful. Do you really think that they are smarter than you? Maybe some of them, but I don't think so. Like, at least I know, maybe, I mean, like, I do believe that I'm smarter than most of them, but they're more successful than me. So we need to understand, right? So that um, the IQ and the like success in terms of money is not correlated at all. I think maybe at some point of time, plus when we are talking about like different things, I think that the IQ is really important when we are talking about like going from 10 to 100 to 100 to a million and beyond. But just fulfilling the basic needs and going like to 10K is not about IQ. It's more about the right time. And it's like, of course, they started these businesses. Maybe you can tell me, yeah, Eugene, but they were smart enough to see the opportunity and actually like do something about it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I saw that you can earn money using AI 3 years ago, and 2 years ago, and 4 years ago. Now, I was not like actually thinking about AI because it was not the thing, but like when I was like doing main chat bots myself, and then when I had like 15 employees in my agency, I knew that there's something here on automating different workflows. And you told me, yeah, Eugene, you were saying you're smart, so why you didn't um like like why you didn't like what's the correct word of saying it, like fulfill it, or why you didn't go for it? My answer is because I my timing was not perfect. And when I lost all my money, I was trying to pay the bills. I was trying to pay to the people who I owe money to, right? um my debts, and yeah, I really regret that I went into this situation, and I knew that I would see this opportunity. But it's just funny how I call myself smart, and after I lost everything that I had in like a year and a half. I mentioned crypto, but it was not like crypto was like probably 35 to 40% of everything. Probably like I lost, 250,000 dollars on crypto. And then I was like trying different ventures, was investing money into, Amazon products. I didn't know what the heck was this noise. I'm not sure if you're able to hear it. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's funny that I call myself smart after losing all this. I'm not sure. Like the point of this video is that you guys need to have enough time to do something. Like if you're gonna start something, you obviously these are all the things that all YouTubers and coaches teach you. So you need to commit to the thing, and you need to start doing it, and you need to have a certain amount of time that you repeat different actions in order to succeed, at least try to succeed. So you need to have time to do that. So if you need to build to pay the bills currently, you're not able to, start some fancy AI agency or some fancy business. You need to pay the bills, and you need to have the right timing in order to, go and try to achieve certain things at the right time. So if you're starting a business, the world needs to be ready for this business. Sounds like fancy, but it is the truth. And of course, the discipline, the the effort that you put in, all these things do matter. And of course, all the offers, audience, outreach, marketing. It's very important, guys. You can, get millions of different videos on YouTube about these topics. You can study all of them, and you probably already did, and you know everything, but you are not at where you want to be. Same thing as I am. So we are kind of similar. But we need to have, we need to have the thing, and we need to launch it at the right time in order to succeed. And yes, you need to have some skills. You need to be you need to have certain amount of IQ in order to find this thing, find the opportunity, but still the timing is the king. Okay, so this is the point of my video. It's so long. I'm trying to record videos for like 5 to 10 minutes, but when I start talking, I record for like 30. Okay, guys, appreciate you watching into till the end. I think like this video will not get viral since it's not very dynamic, um, and my English. So the problem here is that let's say I like when I was I didn't have like I don't have any script. I'm just getting info from my brain. There are no cuts in this video, so I'm just speaking out loud and what's in my head. The problem is that I wanted to tell you, this amount of info. And since I'm pretty limited in terms of how I can express my emotions, feelings, and thoughts, like I provided you, this amount of info. So there's some gap in terms of what I really want to say. And I think, you can like find some stupid things from this video and say, hey, Eugene, I don't agree with you because of this. You were saying, like, at minute number 5, you say this, and at minute number 15, you say an opposite thing. Guys, please, like, keep in mind that I'm not a native speaker, so it's very hard for me to express the whole spectrum of my thoughts on like this complex topic, because it's not that straightforward. It's not that straightforward as everyone is explaining. You need to have a great offer, you need to run the cold outreach, or you need to have a great idea, and everything will start working. Sure, you can technically earn $10,000. What I'm saying when I mention $10,000 per month, I'm saying that these are not retainers. It doesn't necessarily need to be retainers, but it needs to be a business that you can rely on. Let's say an e-com, right? So when you are selling products on either Amazon, your website, on Instagram, and yeah, sure, retainers are basically recurring purchases. Let's say if you're selling supplements, so people subscribe and receive it like monthly, same thing as the SaaS product, right? But still, if you are selling t-shirts and you have the stats that you sell 40,000, your revenue is like $40,000 per month on average, so and you earn 15% of profit, around 10K. No, it's not. Wait, so if your revenue is 40K and if you earn 10, so it's more than 20K. Yeah, so it's 20, more than 20, like 25%. Anyways, so when you know this number, it doesn't necessarily need to be returning purchases or subscription. You kind of know it, so your business is working, so you can think and you can tell other people that you earn $10,000 per month. If you close 3 clients throughout 2 months and you earn $12,000, you can call that you earned 10K. You can like say that you earned 10K, but not that you earn it per month. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, building something that will be a strong business that can like generate this cash flow every month. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Put a comment, put a like, subscribe, do something, or don't do if you think that I'm, you know, I'm stupid. Okay? If you think I'm smart, subscribe. Okay? Thanks for watching and peace.